In my last video I showed how I made some brackets for the K9 printer to make it a bit stiffer, and unfortunately on the downside to that, because I've now fixed it to my platform, it's made it a little bit noisier, so I decided to actually make some noise reducing feet for it. And in the past I have used tennis ball feet, which is what I normally use on my CR10. It has tennis ball feet. It's only because I put it on this platform, and with my particular platform it's made it quite a lot noisier. I've decided to make these squash ball feet instead of tennis ball feet, because originally I wanted to, when I made my CR10 feet, I went with tennis balls because they were very easily available and squash balls weren't as easily available. In fact, just checking the price again, here in England, squash balls come in at about somewhere between £4 and £6 a time, which is actually, if you buy 4 of them, it's actually going to run into quite a bit more than tennis ball. But I thought that this time I would go with the squash ball feet, and I'm going to design the mounting for the squash ball feet. And most squash balls, I understand, somewhere between 39 and 40 millimeters in diameter. But these squash balls I've managed to acquire are actually around about 38.5 millimeters in diameter. I'm going to make my mounting exactly 40 millimeters. That should accommodate these squash balls which I'm using. Now we'll just open a new design and then make the sketch plane plan view, so we can see down over the top of it. Now I'm going to, what I'm going to do is make the mounting 40. The squash ball itself, entire diameter is 40 millimeters, so I'm going to make the mounting 20 millimeters. So I'm going to have to, with a square shape into which I can make the concave shape to take the squash ball. So we're going to say that's going to have to be bigger than 40 to accommodate the squash ball, which will be just slightly under 40. So I'm probably going to add, say, 5 millimeters. So I'm going to make the top one 45 and 45 again. That's it. So we've got our square shape now, and I'm going to extrude that into, just rotate the model. I'm going to extrude that with a pull tool here, and just turn the model around using the spin tool, and click back on the pull tool, and then extrude that by 45 as well. So it's going to be a cube, 45 by 45 by 45. Then I'll just click on the select tool and then on the background again to firm up that choice, and then I'm just going to say save as squash ball feet. Ball foot. Save that. It's always a good idea to make it, just in case something happens to your computer, like you lose power or something, and then what you've done so far might be lost. So it's always a good idea to periodically save the. Now we've got our square. Now really what I want to do is to cut a half sphere into that to make the actual socket for the. I might have to do something I've not attempted before, so we have to. Okay, that's a good idea. So do is I'll select this face and into the sketch, and I'll just do plan view of that. Put my centre, and we'll see if we can mark the centre of the square here with this one of these little dots here. Yeah, so now I've got a dot in the centre, and I'll go back into 3 dimensions again, and then It's a good example of where it's useful to have a mouse. So I'm just going to escape that again. Spin to, and I'm going to rotate that so we can see roughly where that sphere is going. So the centre is highlighting now, and oh yes, it is a half. So we're going to say 40 millimeters for that. Now it's added that, hasn't it? It's interesting. Cut. I can't do that now, can I? I'm just going to go back. So now we're going to use these sphere options here. It says add, cut, no merge, and I'm going to go for the sphere again, pop it there, and then into there, and then going to say 40 millimeters on that. And there we've taken out the half of the 40 millimeter sphere. That was extremely easy. I think maybe I've miscalculated this height here, because obviously the entirety of the ball isn't going to be inside the so I probably only need that to be 20. So what we can do is to reduce the actual size of the square to 20. Use the spin and get to that surface, and then use the pull tool again. Bring that down. I think it was 45 originally. Of course, the sphere going in there is only going to be 20 millimeters, so it only needs to be a little bit more than that, because you need to have some thickness to put your screws into. So if in that case, if you're actually going to be mounting this on the bottom of something, if you're going to be screwing up from underneath, then you need to allow some thickness for the screws. So I think I'll make that to 25. I'm reducing it by rather than there, so it needs to be right. Okay, so now I've reduced that by a little. I think what I might do is, I think we're probably wasting a bit of material here with these square sides. What I might do is just round off the corners a bit. So I'll just do a sketch on this face, and then go to the, so select the face with the select tool so it turns orange, and then go into the plan view, and then go into the sketch tool here, sketch mode. I'm just going to bring this across so it's in the middle of the pane again, and then use the rounded corner. What we could do is actually make a couple of mirror lines here. Make a short line there, and then another one there, like that. Alright. And then just right click on those, and I just want to click this so till the line goes green, and then right click, and then set as mirror line, and then again make sure the line goes green, and then right click and set as mirror line. That makes sure that when we put our corner in here, it will get copied across to the other ones, and they'll all be symmetrical. I'll start there. Whee! There we are. That's cool. You can see as I'm dragging it along there, the other side's moving as well. Now we're not wasting all that extra material, which is not really needed. You'll still have a flat base on the underside part of it. I could have done perhaps another circle, a parallel circle or something, and that might have been easier to do this. But you can see that our mirror lines work there to produce 4 identical corners in the same way without having to guess or anything like that. Click on the select and click on the background, and then I'm going to just go to the pull tool and select all of these corners, and control and click to select. If you're selecting more than one thing, control and click, and then spin it round using the spin tool, and I'm going to go back to the pull tool. I'm going to do this up to, pull it up to there, and now we've created that. We're not wasting any material at all. That material can be used for something else, which might be. I'm going to just make a couple of screw holes on the bottom. So I'm going to save this out as a file where you can actually just screw this onto the bottom of something. So if you're just going to be using a board for your mounting for your K9 or whatever printer you decide to use, rather than an actual kind of a platform like I've done. The only reason I made it into a platform is so I could easily make the upright. Initially I wasn't intending to do anything with the printer with regards to stability. I just wanted to create a platform for the to make actually a reel holder for the printer, so that you can use a full 1 kilo reel on it without any trouble. And it feeds from above, so it's robust. And anyway, that's what I decided to do. I wanted to make it for the reel holder, and then it came to me in a flash just that it could also be used to provide some stability to the printer as well. And as luck would have it, it was reasonably upright, so it could be used for that. So anyway, but if you instead of making a kind of spool holder for the printer, you've gone with a platform, just a piece of flat material, wood, plywood, or particle board, or something like that, or MDF kind of board, you might want to screw these up from underneath. Now, this is obviously this face here is flat, so I will just put my holes through from this side. So I'm just going to select this face and then go into the sketch tool, and I'm going to make that plan view again so that it's upright and we can see it. I don't know whether those lines still exist. Might be a good idea to get rid of those lines. But again, yeah, they might actually be useful again. Yes, I'm just going to go to the plan view again, and then if we put a hole, just see if that mirror line still works. No, it doesn't. Well, it's on a different plane anyway, isn't it? So we want. I was doing 4.5mm with my screw holes now, and then I'm going to do. I suppose I should try and measure it really. Let's just measure down from there. We can see. So that's 8.5mm. This is going to be 8.5mm or 10.5. By drawing a line and escape that, you can then go and get your circle and plop it right in the middle of that line at the end there. So I'm going to go with 4.5mm again, and then I'm going to get rid of that line and this one. Can't get rid of these, so I'll have to go back onto that plane possibly to do that. So now I'm going to go to the pull tool and going to grab those two, control and click, and I'm going to move the model round, and then okay, now I'm going to just click on the pull tool again, and this time I'm going to just go down with it. Right. Be interesting to see where those holes actually come out, because they're on that kind of a sloped surface around the edge of the mounting for the squash ball there. So I'm probably going to I think the best idea with that would be to actually recess those holes a bit so that the screws will actually fit flat. Instead of this way, obviously they'll be sort of like sticking out into the and then we want them to be recessed, so I'll come back round to this face again. I might just get rid of these lines at the same time, if I can get rid of them. Yes, that one, yes, that one, yes, that one, yes. Right, okay, let's just spin this around again, and I think what I'm going to do is make a larger hole on these. What I might do is just go back actually. Let's just go back, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, There we are, we're back to the point before we actually drilled our holes here. How it's best to do this? What I might do is just go forward again. Forward, I don't know if you can go forward again. Yeah, so now we've got our holes back again. Spin this round again. What I can do is make a surface on this top surface here, this plane here, by selecting this. Go to the sketch, and then I've got a sketch plane on this surface here, and I could actually make some holes there. So let's just put it in plan view again. Then we're going to get the centre of that. We'll see. Let's see what happens. What I can do is to just project this these two holes onto the surface of this sketch. So I can do that, or can I? Yes. Now I'm projecting these two onto the surface of this sketch, so they're now on this sketch. And now, if I go, yes, the centres are there, as you can see. So if I go, say 10mm there. Is that going to be too big? No, I think that'll be fine. That'll give us a flat surface for our screws to fit onto. And they won't. What I'm going to do here is to go to the pool tool again, and to select these two surfaces here. Control and click. Now I'm going to go with cut, the options for the pool tool, and then I'm going to go down. I'm just going to go down a bit until that's a flat surface. So that's done. I'm just going to click on the background, and click on the background again to firm that change up. So now when we put our two screws in, they're not going to project into the area that the squash ball's going to be sitting in. So that's good. What I'm going to do is to save this out as another file, and then come back to it again and design the ones for my particular application. So, and again, I'll make these available in the in Thingiverse, in the Thingiverse page. Come down to here, and then we'll click on that edge, and we'll do click and control and click to select both those two surfaces there. Oh, didn't happen here. I didn't expect. Just control Z. I'm just going to click on the background again to stop anything happening which I don't want to happen. Click on there again, and then shift and click. Select that line. I'll go to the pull tool, and we want to just pull that down. Actually, no. We want to actually go into the chamfer tool. I always forget to do that. I always end up doing a fillet rather than a chamfer, and have to go back and change it. So I'm going to put 2mm on that one. That's my standard slope for my countersunk screws. And just click on the background again. I can ignore this little error message that came up when I did that, so I'll just clear that. And just spin this round again. So I think that's probably pretty good for anything that's going to be screwed on from underneath. Just going to move that so we can just have a look at the thickness of that material which is being just have a quick look at that. Yeah, that's a good thickness there for those screws to bite into, no problems. That's not going to break or anything. And as I say, the screw heads will be nice and easily accommodated in those recesses there. So we've got our, first of all, that's our first design. Whether I really want to go to any more lengths with it, I think I'm perfectly happy with it. It's perfectly functional like this. So that's our first foot for anyone who's using a platform, squash ball foot on a platform, which you can screw up from underneath into the platform that you've actually put your printer onto. If you followed along before with the previous video where I did a video about the brackets for the K9 3D printer, this is a kind of follow-up to that, so that you can make some squash ball feet to actually quiet the printer down a bit and give you your piece back, because this unfortunately fixing it down like this does make it quite a bit noisier, and the actual board actually acts like a bit like a drum, so it's actually a drum skin, so it's kind of making it more noisy. So the printer actually started out very quiet, but by doing this you've made it a bit more noisy, and hopefully these squash ball feet will help to eliminate the noise that's being created there. So I'll just get rid of those two lines again before I save this. I'll go away easily there. That's it. I might even get rid of this point actually. I don't know if that will go. Probably not. No, it won't go. At least I can't highlight it, and it's probably not. It's not like a line or anything that maybe can't be trimmed away. Right, so that's it. So I'm just going to save that out as squash ball foot flat. Save as ball foot flat. Platform, I suppose I could say. So, sound reduction, squash ball foot flat, squash ball foot flat, fixing from below. Yeah, quite happy with that really. So that's sound reduction, squash ball foot fixing from below. Yeah, so now I'm going to go on to add my own design for this one, because mine is kind of fitted on a platform which has got sides which project down, and I do believe I recently measured the sides and they're a certain thickness, and I want to create a kind of socket. And then I'll screw them in from the sides, maybe from both sides. I'm not sure 100% yet whether I'm going to do both sides, but it might be an idea to make it a bit more stable. Let's just do that. So yeah, 17.5mm according to my measurements, but I might make it 18 just to be on the safe side for that gap. So obviously that's just for my particular setup, and you might, with these feet I'm going to make the files available so you can go into Design Spark Mechanical and modify it yourself if you've got a different setup, you know, however you want to do it. But this is just the start of the thing, of course. So just maybe just go back and back with this one. Are you going to get back on those lines again? Yeah. Back with those, and back, and back, and back, back. And back, and back. Obviously we want to make sure we don't save this onto the next one, so what I might do is just go away and save this again. There we go. That's it. Right, okay, that's good. I don't want to go too far back. Right, okay, now I'm going to save this out as a different file name. Save as, so make sure you don't save over the top of that other one and overwrite it. You'll lose all your progress. So I'm going to say socket fixing, or something like that. Sound reduction, squash ball foot, socket fitting. Socket fitting, just to differentiate it from the other one. Shows. Yeah. So, right. So I think what I want to do is how practical this will be to print on the printer. Obviously you shouldn't require any support in here at all, because a Severe shouldn't require any support. Might be a little bit rough and ready, but we'll have to see that. We'll have to see how that printer deals with that, because that's another test for the printer itself. It shouldn't be a problem. I will print that again on a platform. We'll print that on a platform of support material. So this surface at the bottom here won't be very good. It'll be a bit rough and ready. The top surface should be pretty good. So anyway, let's get on to doing this. So I think what I need to do is raise this up by 20 again. That'll give me, or a bit more, maybe 25. That'll give me my sufficient material to put my socket into. I'm going to go 25 on that. 25 millimeters. So this is now going to be a roughly 50 millimeter shape, so it should still print on the printer. And it might take a fair time to actually print it. Right. Yeah, so I'm just going to have a quick look around it. What I need to do is make a slot in this, just to take a kind of socket for the actual my actual frame that I've made for the printer for my actual baseboard, because it's got some sides which project down, so it needs to have a kind of socket in there and some screws on one side and the other. So I'm just, we said that was 17.5 millimeters for that socket, so I'm just going to again select that face, then go into the sketch mode, and then go to plan view, and then I want to so that's going to be 18 millimeters. So what I could do is go something starting in the middle, and you'll notice here you get your middle as a little triangle here, which is very useful. So we're going to 18, so 9, half of 18 is 9, so I want this to be 9. We've got our 4 millimeter width there highlighted. I want to make that 9 millimeters, and then we'll do the same on the other side. Again, 9 millimeters. Yeah, it's done it automatically pretty much. Right, okay. And then I'll go to Pull Tool. I'm going to leave that line there just for it won't make any difference to anything. Actually, I might get rid of it. Let's do it the right way rather than, I'll just click on the background, see if I can get rid of it. It's one of my little lines, and maybe it won't go. Sometimes it just won't go for any number of reasons. Control and click to select both of those surfaces, and then just going to rotate that round so we can see it's cutting into the base. Just come around here, you can see that going down, and then with our pull tool again, and then just pull that down. 25, 2.5 centimeters. Only starting to break into the. So I probably could have it 30 actually, and 33. It's not starting to break into that sphere until 34 actually. So I think I might have to make it a better socket. I might have 30 I think. Yeah, that's good. That looks good. Click on the background. Right, those surfaces here on the edge which we don't really need, might be advisable to get rid of those. So that's probably what's being referred to here. What we can do is click on that, and yeah, you can see these are highlighted now, these surfaces. So what you can do is just right click on that and then do delete. So that's gone. Curves, what are these? Interesting things here. Now if we can see those. Another thing we can probably delete without causing any problems. You can always go back if when you delete it does cause problems. You can go back and no, it doesn't cause any problems, so that's good. It's always best to get rid of those little extra bits as you're going along. Right, I'm happy with those now. I just want to make some screw holes in there. So again, what I'll do is, it was quite convenient is that it's not impossible to make and it's easier if you've got a flat that you can make a plane on. So I'll just select this, what I can do is to put 2 diagonal holes in this side and use the opposite diagonals for the other side. So if I do that, then I can, when the screws meet, there's no chance of them meeting when they come in from one side and the other. Hopefully it won't do anything bad, like split the wood or anything like that. So let's just, we're going to put a plane on there, aren't we? So I just need to check the sketch tool and then go into plan view. And then choose maybe one hole here and one down there, something, to make sure it's okay. I think I might use these positionings. So I'm just going to my hole. I don't have it too close to the edge, but I'm going to go 4.5 millimeters again. And again we come to the same issue that we had before, actually, because it's a screw on a curved surface, which isn't good. So I think I might go back out of that again and then go for a larger circle, circumference, a larger diameter circle, going to be 10 millimeters. So I can create a flat surface, and again over here I'm pretty much choosing these rotations at random. I think here might be good as well. Not doing any measuring. Very good. Okay. Right, that's good. And then I'm going to go to the pull tool and choose that again, and then spin tool, just to rotate that so we can see it. Oh, it's actually quite well on there. That one isn't on the surface completely, but this one looks like it is. Probably a bit closer. We want to go cut again, and then we can go down, just so we can get a flat surface for the screw to go into. I think that's disappeared past the edge of the curvature there, so I'm going to put that there. So that's 4.59 millimeters. Go around there, and you see that one's there as well, so that's good. And then I'm just going to select the background again, just to firm up that. Oops. That's good. I'm just going to make 2 holes on those 2 surfaces there. I want to actually, and then sketch. I don't know if I can do one. Oh yeah, I can. Maybe I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone and do that at the same time. So 0.5 millimeters and 4.5 millimeters, and then do the pull tool, and then select that, control and click to select the second one, then spin that round again, click on the pull tool again, get on the yellow arrow and just pull it back through there. Okay, that's good. So now we've got the holes for one side. Actually I just need to do the countersinks. And just to use the pull tool, just grab onto those edges, control and click to select them both again. Oh, I've done it again. There we are. Chamfer. And 2 millimeters. That's it. Just to put on the. Let's get rid of that again. So I did the same thing again. Right. Spin this round. Just to have a quick look at it, and I'm happy with that. I'm going to go on the other side. What I might be able to do is to project these 2 holes into the other side, so I can know where not to put my holes, just for reference. So I want to do a sketch on that flat here, so I'm going to just select the flat and then go with the sketch tool and then go with the plan. Actually, I might do that while I'm here, so I can just see where not to. So just this little tool here which allows you to project these onto that. You can see as I press that it projects onto the sketch plane. There we are. Those two holes there projected onto the sketch plane, which is, I can see where not to put my screw holes. So now I'm going to go to plan view again, and I'm going to use the other diagonals this time. So I want 10mm, don't I, this time again. 10. And again here is where I chose to put it. There. 10. That's it. Then the select tool again and the pull tool, and then go and choose these ones. That one, click, control and click, and just move it around, and then do cut, just in case there's any doubt about what you're doing here. It's not working as I thought it would do. What's going on here? That's interesting. Oh, it is working. There we are. So I just want it just a little bit beyond the edge of the curvature there. So that's done that, and just click on the background to firm that up, and there's surfaces again here that we don't need, so we'll just get rid of those. That was on that original sketch where I just used them to show where the two holes were, so we can now get rid of those now because they don't. So just right click that and then delete. And as I say, we can always go back if it causes any problem with the model. So there we are. Didn't cause any problems, so got rid of those. And I've got those two surfaces there. Now I'm just going to drill my two holes in there. So I want to choose those to put the sketch on again. So I just choose the surface, it turns it orange, and then you go with the sketch tool, and then you can put your, it automatically comes up with the centre for the hole. I don't think I chose the right one there, so that's it. 4.5. That's it, and again you've got the automatic centres there, 4.5, because we've already put a circle into that, so it's already got a centre in it. So that's 4.5. Now I'll go back to the pull tool again and choose those two surfaces. Sometimes you need to choose these ones depending on what the circumstances, sometimes you don't, and I suppose in this particular case, because it's clear what we're going to do, i.e. pull it through that side, you don't need to. So let's just get on the pull tool again and pull those two circles through to the other side. Just check it's gone right through, as it has. And all I need to do is now is add my chamfers for my countersunk screws there. So yeah, so I'm just going to choose that one, that edge there, choose that one again, and then pull it. Remember to go for the chamfer, and then 2mm there. Right. So that's pretty much done. I think might be an idea to get rid of any surplus materials. Perhaps these edges here are a bit squarer than they need to be. I could possibly put something in there and get rid of those corners. We could do that. So if I select that flat again, it goes orange. Go to the sketch tool and put a sketch on there, and then go to the plan view again. And then what I need to do is probably project these surfaces, these lines here onto this sketch, so then we can cut down with them. So let's just do that. I'll just use a project so we can get these surfaces here onto this sketch plane. Yeah. I don't think I need to do anything more. It should be okay. Now again, I can possibly use a mirror line, which I can do here. Okay. Escape that and then choose it. Make sure the whole line is green, and then right click it and set as mirror line, and we can do our corner, which is this one, and choose here. Yeah. So we don't want to waste any material. Now another thing is it does add time to the printing. It's wasted material and adds time to the printing. So I think I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to go to the pull tool again. We may I must have done something wrong because that whole surface is coming up. Let's just have a look and see. Have a look at that. I thought I'd projected those lines, but obviously it didn't work. So what we can do is just go back and back until we get into the sketch again, and then just project. No, that's the wrong thing. Project those lines up again, and then that one, that one, that one, and that one. Right, there we are. Now so now you can see that those lines are on that sketch, so it should be fine to do that. Just get rid of that mirror line, and I can get that, and also delete it as well. I suppose you can just delete it rather than. That's it. Right. Okay. You can also get rid of it, but I probably don't want to get rid of those actually. So now I'll go into the pull tool and control and click those two surfaces, and then just do cut. Because this time we'll be passing through some empty space, and if you don't do cut, it might try and build it up rather than cutting it down. So there we are. Just use that to go right through to the other side, just to take off those corners which are unnecessary. Right, okay, we'll just spin that round again. Yeah, so that's okay. I've absolutely no idea how long it will take to print, but I just have to see that when we... If I can get these two lines here, that's maybe what happened to those lines that I thought I'd projected. Maybe they didn't project, so they went somewhere else. I mean, I must have done that a few times. You might have to sometimes do this if you've drawn the line more than once. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave the other ones now, and I've just got some curves to get rid of as well. Hopefully that won't cause any problems. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm sure it'll be fine. Might not come back to this for a while, but we'll see. So I'm just going to click on those curves and then right click and then delete them. That's it. So it hasn't caused any damage to the model by getting rid of those pieces. So that's it now. I'm going to save that out. I'm going to, save as. Let's look at the fitting. Yeah. I think I probably did that already just to be that I did that. Yes. Right, okay, so now that I finished that really, it was pretty good really, we didn't have any problems. I particularly like this sphere, the sphere tool here. It's the first time I've used this, never used it before, and you can just, it's a very useful tool that you can use to either add or to subtract, which is really good, very good. It'll be my next job to print that item, I think. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll just come out of this now. Actually, what we could do is have a quick look at this and see how long it does take to print this. Yeah, I might save that out as an STL. Save as, and choose STL from the drop down, and save. I'll just open the other file, which we did before, this one, and I'll save that as well as an STL. Save as, I left some curves in there. Maybe just get rid of those before trying to do that. I'll click and delete. Yeah. And I'll just save that again. And then file and save as. Save as. And I'll just choose STL, it's already chosen there. Save. Right, that's excellent. Now we'll just go into the slicer. I'm just going to use Cura for this one, so just going to open up Cura and then we'll have a look at that. Right, okay, let's import that, or open it. Open files, and we want to look at documents. So, fixing from below, let's look at this one first. Let's open that up. And I'm not going to print it on that side. Select it and rotate it, I suppose. Yeah, so I suppose you can either print it on that one or on that side, so it might be better just to print it on the bottom, or the top rather. Yeah, but I'd rather the top surface was a good state, so I think I might just leave it like that. And yeah. There's a little bit, it doesn't look like it's completely flat on the bed there. Maybe when I did the rotation I might just do Z, that's it. And then rotate it again, so select it. And I think if you click one of these buttons it actually works to just do 90 degrees or something like that, so yeah, it does do that, so that's good. And it's automatically put it down onto the surface there, and we can just rotate around it to have a look. Yeah. I'll bring it back to, that's it. Right, okay, now I'm just going to slice it with the existing settings. Layer height is 0.2. Actually, I didn't really want to do that, I just want to have a look at it, but that's useful. Right, and now so we get, 2 hours and 20 minutes, that's not bad. Yeah. Yeah. Good. The infill is good, and yeah, that looks nice to me. And it's quite a reasonable time to actually print it as well. Another good thing, it fits in the volume for the K9 as well. I mean, it's a lot of things probably do fit in the volume of the K9, really. Oops. Yeah, so no support material needed there. I think I probably got that on the raft there, but what I might do is actually put that on support material rather than the raft. So I'm just going to click that again. Obviously if we add support material it's going to extend the time of the print, so let's just I might put the minimum we can get away with, which is maybe 3mm of support material, and so I'm going to make it 3mm off the bed and then put support material. The only snag with that is it might try and support the sphere as well, which I know will probably happen, in which case it will extend the printing time quite a lot. Generate support. Yeah, I don't know if I said raft. I don't want to have a raft this time. I'll go with nothing and slice it again. That might reduce it a bit, I suppose. That was 39. Not too much extra. Yeah, and it has gone in to support the sphere, and probably the screw holes as well. No harm in that really. I mean, it's not going to use up an extra whole hell of a lot of material, so I'm going to go with that. But I won't do that for my own setup, because my own setup doesn't need these ones, so I'm just going to go and load up the other ones. So I'm just going to clear the build plate here. It'll be somewhere here. Clear the build plate, and then go for the other file and open that one. This is the one I need for my setup. Open that, and then oh, that's interesting. It says it's not watertight. Oh, that's good. Right, okay. Prepare. So rotate it first of all. I'm going to just click on one of these little handles instead of, there we go, that's it. Oh no, too much. That's it, that's what I wanted. And so -5 it says. I didn't really want -5. I want +5. Well, there we are. That's it. And just support material will be there already, so I'll just slice that. So that's going to take 4 hours and 6 minutes. That's got quite a good bit longer than the other one. It's probably it's putting support material on the outside here as well. Not really sure that's really necessary at all, but there might be ways to actually reduce it so that it doesn't take quite as long to print. I really didn't want to use it again, because last time I used it, it was quite really noisy, and I thought that I didn't want to use it again until I'd made some feet like this to actually reduce it a bit more again. And I'm sure it will. How much it will reduce it, I don't know, but I'm sure it will help. Just as a quick look, I've now printed them out anyway, and I've been using them for some time, and it has really quieted the printer quite a lot. I made 4 in all, 2 for the back and 2 for the front, and the printer is actually quite stable on them. In the end, I didn't need to put any screws in because the fit was good enough that it didn't matter. It's actually quite a successful project, and I did actually use the yellow dot squash balls, and it's worked very well. As I said before, I will make the designs available on Thingiverse as before. There'll definitely be more content coming for the K9. I've got an ongoing project which I've actually just finished, and I'll be looking at that. I've actually done that video already. I'll be looking at that in the next one. If you found the video useful, please consider liking and subscribing. If you click the bell, you'll be notified when I make more videos on the K9 and any other 3D printing videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.